Hi guys, so I just wanted to come on and do a little video from home for once. And it's about what's been happening recently, and I know that lots of people say, oh, you're not a true crime channel. Yeah, I never have claimed that I am exclusively a true crime channel. I haven't said what kind of channel I am, so that's the by and by. But anyway, speaking of unpleasant, so the latest is that Alan Winnecombe has gone from YouTube. We will see how long that lasts. And gone to another platform, and apparently it's going very well because I saw a little bit of it, and apparently since he was banned from YouTube, he doesn't want to upload there anymore. No, since he's banned, since they got rid of him and don't want him there, he doesn't want to do it anymore. And he said that, oh God, YouTube, it's passé. He didn't use the word passé because he doesn't know the word passé, but he said that anyone who does stuff on YouTube now is just a failure. It's ridiculous because YouTube, you can do it for free, you see. So anyone can upload, anyone can make a video. Yes, Alan, that's what YouTube is, and that's what you've been doing for the last 2 years. That's how you've made your money, and now you aren't wanted there anymore because you pushed the line and started abusing people. But now because you've been gotten rid of, that doesn't make any sense. Now they've got rid of you, you don't want it anymore. You don't want it anymore. And it's hilarious the way he speaks, because it's like a child. You don't want to be my friend, so, I don't want to be your friend now. I don't want to be your friend. I didn't want to be your friend in the first place, I don't want to be a member of anywhere that would have me as a member. No, I'm way too good for that. So he's gone onto another platform. He just cannot stop sliding all over the place. When something is kept in, it will always spurt out somewhere, in some way or form. And Alan cannot stop lying, pretending, and sourcing finances for his life. And there's an extent of which we all do that, right? We all need to earn money. We all need to pay our way, especially at the moment. It's so hard for everyone, to be able to live. But Alan thinks he has the right, more than anyone else, to earn money anyhow he likes and take it from other people on false pretenses, because that's his right. That's his right under free speech. Okay, free speech he turned it into. We went from justice for Shanann to stopping the bullies, and then to free speech is being denied him. And the free speech ploy is quite an old one, because what people tend to do is free speech is sort of dressed up, and it's actually bullying. It's actually wrongdoing, all dressed up under the guise of free speech. It's a textbook, age-old way for a person to excuse their own behaviour, to excuse their own wrong behaviour. So that's what he's doing. So he's gone over to another platform now to try and do exactly the same thing. And it's interesting that I was thinking about culpability, because what happened recently was that, and this is after 2 years of this rubbish happening, that Alan started up a YouTube channel, and I'm sure that he didn't intend it to become what it became. I'm hoping, because I do believe that there are still good people, but there are always rotten apples. Rotten apples who will never ever take responsibility until the day they die. There are those people that exist. I truly believe that people are good mostly, but there are ones, and you've seen them on the news. There's people. It's interesting that many of the officers during the Holocaust, when at the Nuremberg trials, absolutely refused to admit any culpability or any acknowledgement or responsibility for what they'd done. And that does happen. And so Alan went about ducking and diving, changing, flip-flopping, going from abuse to inviting astral travellers, to inviting tarot card readers, to having a go at the McCanns, to saying that the FBI aren't as good as him, that he knows stuff he's always known. He knows Chris Watts. He's got his files, even from when he was a little boy. I don't know what files they are, but what files from Chris Watts as a little boy? Anyway, never saw those files like we did the letters. So then he turned into, he's being denied free speech, i.e. he's been unable to bully anymore, unable to coerce anymore, and unable to try and get subs to part with their money anymore, all dressed up under I'm being denied free speech, because there was no other way of going around it, because he'd been rumbled in this platform. The same that this woman who started off along his side as the insider, as Emma Rose, as the unicorn, as Farty Boom Boom, as somebody else, as Dr. B, and then came out and said that now, because she'd been rumbled, and you know, it's quite clear that people have read how she admitted that she knew about Salty's doxing and didn't do anything about it. But now she's been slightly rumbled from her position. This is a person who's sort of lied and pretended online, lied and pretended, just like Alan, just like the others. And so then she had to put up a statement. It went along the same lines as what Alan did, had to play the victim, had to say that it was about bullying against them. So all these people are bullying against them, those two. Okay. And she did a video saying that now it's got to the point where she's going to go offline exactly the way that Alan did, many a time, putting up that silly statement that was copied and pasted from an Asian magazine, Asian Review, about the K-pop artists in South Korea who really do get bullied to the point of their own demise. Alan and his cohorts thought, oh, I can't be asked to actually write anything just because I'm banned for a week. We'll have to, all right, we'll just copy that and say that I've just gone. More insult to his subs. So anyway, she's kind of done the same thing, done a sort of stock video of this has happened. And if it had happened, if someone's rung her school, that's hideous. Because if anyone is bullying her, or anyone is bullying anyone in their personal life to that extent, that is a no-no. Absolute no-no. But she did exactly the same thing and has sort of disappeared offline. But then a magical channel was set up, something to do with bunnies, who then felt that I could be a target and then started on me, and she was commenting, which is interesting. So I thought that she had a sort of case going on and they told her to stay offline, but now she's coming online and saying that I am evil, was it? Oh no, I have hate oozing from every pore. I don't know, I've got a lot of stuff oozing from my pores, but it ain't hate, love. And also, why am I oozing with hate? I haven't bullied anyone. I've merely spoken up about the truth, the fact that these people are lying, and try to protect the victims of their lies financially and personally. Not only they know the ins and outs of what they've done, but the nature of bullying is very serious indeed, isn't it? And I just wrote a little bit about it. And excuse me if I can't read my writing here. So I thought these days bullying has moved from the physical realm to the online realm and is no less sinister in its intent. Anonymity allows bullies not to have to face their victims and also the consequences of their actions. It requires less courage, which is what I've said before, and provides an illusion that they won't get caught. The mere idea that they will get caught goes out the window because there is a shield, an imaginary force field. But as time goes on, in our digital world, this force field is coming down. It's much less protective now because people are culpable online for what they do. When a National Council on Crime Prevention did a survey of teenagers, over 81% said they thought what they were doing is funny because they don't see their victim's reaction in person. And this is disinhibition. and it's why people shop, have sex, gamble freely online. And there's a crucial point here that trolling is infantile. It is very teenage-like. It's an immature action and really denotes the emotional maturity of that person sending across that message. Often cyberbullies see what they're doing as a laugh, akin to a school child. They don't think how the receiver will feel. They only think about how they will feel. So again, it does point to a self-satisfaction, a self-need, and a self-protection against annihilation. And you can see that when a bully or someone who's had done wrong and is being, rumbled or pointed out by a person for their wrongdoing, the threat of annihilation gets so strong that they will clap back. They will go back in anything that they can possibly do, rather than a controlled debate or a controlled reaction or an analytical reaction to then converse about or answer. It immediately comes back with a very, very strong, vitriolic, immature reaction of fight, of creating a different narrative. So if somebody disagrees with what you say, therefore now there's a split. You are the enemy. Oh, I don't like the fact that you're bullying me now. Oh, stop bullying me, stop harassing me. Oh, no, now you're telling everyone you're all a group, you're a group. Oh no, now you're a group out to ruin me. Oh, and now the police are involved, and now the government is involved. The government doesn't want me to know. Talk about Chris Watts, because next week something is happening massive in the Chris Watts case, and that's why they shut me down. That's why they've all shut me down. That's why you're against me, because of that, because I know too much, because I'm getting too close. And that all stemmed from somebody just disagreeing with what they said. It travelled all the way up to a completely different narrative that people have to create, because otherwise this is annihilated. Their entire building blocks of lies that they've built. So they have to create a completely overdramatic, catastrophic narrative. And you can see by the words that people use when they're out to fight back or poke someone or ruin someone. Very immature, very teenage-like, as I said. And again, very much under the guise of free speech. And that's a privilege that everyone has, but in them it's used to abuse others. And they say things that anyone in their proper cognizance wouldn't say. You wouldn't meet someone in the street and go, oh, yeah, you've got hate oozing from every pore. Yeah, she really needs to look into her soul. Yeah, you're just bullying now. You're bullying me because you disagree with what I say. You wouldn't say that. You'd be like, oh, hold on a minute, what do you mean you disagree? Or, I don't think we really get on. Something like that. That's what British people would say. I don't think we meet eye to eye. Or something like that. But no, you are so full of hate. Your soul is rancid. And that's all there is. That's all there is. Really general, vague vitriol. All designed to inflict harm. That's all the purpose is, to inflict harm, because there's a threat happening. And so this little bunny channel that was set up, it was quite funny because the only people commenting were like 2 or 3 people, all the same people talking to themselves. Because that's what people do. They create different alts and then all end up talking to themselves. And it's funny as a viewer because you completely know they're just talking to themselves or their other mate in it. And so someone hiding behind Ali G, that's a choice. Yeah, she is this woman. Don't get me started with her. It was with her. Don't get me started with her. She is so evil. And actually, I'll post them below because I've got all the comments. All of them are very unspecific. All of them very vague. All of them under the same vein. God, this woman is so full of hate. I feel sorry for her. Even when she tries to look decent and honest, the hate just oozes through every single pore. Thank you for your support. Someone else says, 100% a bully who thinks she's above the rest, the do-gooder. She probably boasts to be another crazy, no life, low life. And there's more. Hold on, let's have a look at these. I'll post these below because they were, I think she's a very cruel soul. She must be very unhappy to make video after video bullying people. She has a problem with 90% of people on YouTube. Lottie Eliza, I would say that maths isn't your strong point. Just putting that out there. Mary Marlowe making up lies about the Ruseks. Alan Vinnican making up lies about the Ruseks. Not 90% of YouTube, is it? Lottie Eliza, person who hides behind a dog in a hat. Yeah, I agree, it's not a crime channel, it's a bully channel. Didn't say I was a crime channel. And why is it any big deal to you? Oh my God, don't get me started with this one. No words in my vocab to describe her. Yeah, I'm guessing that you don't have the words in your vocab. Just saying. Full of venom and hate. Not fit for naught. Full of such venom and hate. I don't understand why someone would be so obsessed with hatred towards creators. Don't have any hate towards anyone. I'm merely pointing out what Alan Vinnican does to help people so they don't part with their money or their emotional investment to him, because it's all a lie. It's all a lie. He hasn't come up with any truth whatsoever, and the one truth that he did say, he stole from someone else and made it his own. All the thing about CNN mentioning him, was it CNN? It's not true. They said people online. They didn't say Alan Vinnican, they didn't say armchair detective, nothing about him. He's now saying, oh yeah, these other creators, yeah, they all start with me. The woman in Canada, doing very well, but she started with me. It's just a lie. It's all a lie. And I'm just pointing that out. But this is what happens when you point something out. You just get... I hate the word hate because they can't hate me because they don't know me. But you get online abuse and bullying. And I've seen other creators and other people who don't have a channel get bullied in the same way. It's vile, only abusive, immature, unintelligent, ignorant, attack. That's all there is, because there's nothing, there's not another way to describe it. And why would you use another word against these people? So anyway, this is what happens online. The abuse is always very base words, very short words. The sentences aren't normally constructed well. Very impersonal. Grammar format is always not good. The insults are normally disgusting. And not very informative. So they've got nothing to do with what they're complaining about. And they are unable to say what the problem is. And in their cognizance, in a normal person's everyday, you would have to say what the problem is. If you have a problem from work, whatever. You wouldn't say, oh yeah, you've got a problem with me as an employee, well, your soul is dark. No, you'd say, what's the problem? So these channels are easily made. YouTube has made it very easy for people to abuse each other. And they're always hiding, always behind an alt. You never ever see somebody vitriolically bullying somebody else with their own face there, with their own, not in this community anyway, not just as they are, and allowing that person to come in and have a debate about it. Same as Alan. Spent 2 years saying, come on, give me some healthy debate, I like it. Tell me something. No, of course, that's not what it was about. It was a sales pitch. That was all a lie as well. There was no room to have a debate with Alan Vinnican because that wasn't the setup. He decided he will impart information to you. You will want to hear it. And I'm doing you a favour and you will pay for it. And if you don't, hit the door. That's not a channel that's worthy of the achievement he gave himself. And let me just close with one thing. Just anyone who still doesn't believe or agree with what these other channels are saying and that it was all a lie, it is all a lie, and to ask more questions. Do you think that anyone who is looking for justice for Shanann and that beautiful family would treat her family the way that Alan Vinnican and this woman has? Think about that. Would anyone who's looking for justice for this daughter, for these children, treat her mother and her father the way that they've been treated? No. No, they wouldn't. And that's what you have to think about. And then once you look at that, everything unravels and you can start to see the clear picture, which is what everyone has been talking about now for a long time, just to work against these lies. Alan goes, well, why are they trying to shut me down? Other creators talk about the Watts case. It's not about talking about the Watts case, Alan Vinicum. It's about lying about the Watts case, targeting and abusing the Ruseks. And now all your subs are doing the same. Your subs, your flying monkeys, or whatever you're sending across is abusing everyone else who's spoken up, including her family. I'm constantly shocked about it. But anyway, this is what happens online, and it's all about hiding. All about hiding. So anyone who does feel like trolling and insulting another person, get your face out there and do it face to face. And most people won't be able to, because that exposes them, right? Let me know what you think, guys. Let me know if you've had this experience, if you've dealt with it well, if you haven't dealt with it well, if it's affected your life. And remember, there's always help out there, and there are always people to support. The bullies never end up good. That was a lame way of putting it. But karma tends to work sometime in one's life. So be careful what you practice, because practice makes perfect. Have a great day, everyone.